Hi. Today I want to talk about the second installment of the unfinished punk rock Holocaust trilogy, aptly titled Punk Rock Holocaust 2. Now, I'm not totally sure if this is because of my personal nostalgia or if this is just true. However, I don't think that this movie is as good as the first one. It does have a higher rating on IMDb, and I have a theory as to why, but in general, I'm really not sure. The story just doesn't make as much sense, even though like the first one kind of makes no sense whatsoever anyway, but it makes less sense. Don't get me wrong, it's fun to watch and a lot of the kills are really creative, but it's just not quite as action-packed as the original. Just a quick disclaimer again to say that I am not super knowledgeable about all the bands that were on Warped Tour in 2004, or at least the bands who are in the film. I did my best, alright?
Trigger warnings include, but are not limited to, alcohol use, bestiality, cannibalism, drink spiking/poisoning, hemophobia, and mentions of anti-Semitic conspiracy theories.
Punk Rock Holocaust 2 continues the story the very next summer at Warped Tour 2004, which happens to be the 10-year anniversary of Warped Tour, which isn't important, but just something I thought I'd mention. We kick things off with thrash talk with Mistress Julia. Mistress Julia gives us a brief rundown of the events that happened at Warped Tour 2003.
Usually, I wouldn't be caught dead at the Warped Tour. I'm more of a Ozfest kind of gal. But after what happened last year, you could actually die at the Warped Tour now. We got an exclusive interview with Warped Tour founder Kevin Lyman to ask him what actually went down on the 2003 tour. Check it out.
Kevin, how do you do, fellow kids Lyman, denies any of the deaths that happened the year previous.
No one was killed at the 2003 Vans Warped Tour. And as for the coroners and funerals, really, what kid hasn't faked his death in the past? I faked my death like 6 times when I was a kid. That's what these kids do. The reason that people think that the punk rock Holocaust happened is because they don't understand kids. I understand kids. You have to think outside of the box. You can't put your mindset in a coffin with your dead son, who didn't even die at the Warped Tour.
He's still so talented. My God.
I'm getting down to the bottom of this punk rock Holocaust, and so should you!
So we get some short opening credits, introducing us back to our favorite characters from the first one.
Holocaust survivor?
Holy shit, you can't say that. We meet our main character, Megan, who is a journalist given the assignment of checking out the Warped Tour that year.
Listen, sister, the Warped Tour is coming through the town like a black wind of death. I can't sit idly by as a journalist and watch this all happen. You need to go on the tour and find out what happened with the punk rock Holocaust.
I've been waiting for an assignment like this my whole life.
If she looks familiar at all, that's because Kevin punched her lights out in the first movie. Luckily, she didn't get eaten by the crew in the original movie, later stating that she had to pretend to be a garden gnome to get out of it, which is very lol-like random. But after the trauma she witnessed the year before, she becomes determined to find out the truth about the punk rock Holocaust.
Don't fuck it up. Watch your back. I don't think this punk rock Holocaust is over.
No, it feels like a whole new chapter is just beginning. I'll go on tour.
We meet up with Megan at Warped Tour, and the very first performance that we see is the Aquabats performing Pool Party.
Millions of people want into my body, but you're on the list, baby.
Megan also sees the Phenomenauts, who died the year previously.
What the fuck? They're supposed to be dead.
This isn't really explained, but I assume that it's because they're like robots or whatever. One thing I do have to say is that the ADR and audio in this movie is a lot better than in the first one. And I'm hoping the same goes for this video as opposed to my last video. I'm pretty sure it's gonna sound fine. The pop-punk evolutioner, executioner, crawls out of the ocean to exact his headless revenge.
What's wrong with you? Come on! You've been in the sun all day? I don't care! Jump! You gotta lose that! Lose that! It's all cool! It's all cool in my pool!
And we catch some cops being useless as per usual.
Yeah!
see that? Over there. No. What? Never mind.
William stumbles as he attacks the Aquabats, grabbing MC Bat Commander and taking his head for himself. With his new head, he then stabs and kills another member of the Aquabats. I'm not sure who, sorry. Megan talks to Dan the Waterman, who briefly intros some familiar friends.
Hey, you snooping around?
I sure am.
There's Kerry Nicholson. He's the production manager. He sees everything that happens on the grounds. And there's Heather Vantris. She was the pit reporter last year. I think she got to the bottom of whatever the mystery was. Some people say she got too close. Oh, and there's Kevin Lyman. If something's happening on this year's tour, he knows about it.
In another thrash talk with Mistress Julia, she talks with a Holocaust expert, Bobby Joe Dean, who knows fuck all about what happened at Warped Tour in 2003.
What's up, guys? Julia with Thrash Talk coming back at you with the punk rock Holocaust. Now, I'm proud to say that we have a Holocaust expert with us.
Punk rock Holocaust is ridiculous. They can't kill it, man. You can't kill punk rock. There's no way you can kill 20 bands in 2 months, man.
Actually, it was closer to 30 bands over 3 months. I mean, I thought you actually witnessed this whole thing. Were you even there? I thought you said this fuck knew what he was talking about. What's going on here?
Back at Warped Tour, Shira Girl performs as Carrie finds a headless corpse.
Daddy's little girl turned out to be a disappointment. Daddy's little girl.
Seems to be the problem here. I don't know. Someone's taken his head. I think he might be dead.
So they put the body in the luggage area of a tour bus.
Quick, someone give me a hand. Right, let's go.
Dan the Waterman gets iced. River City Rebels play as Megan talks to professional BMXer Rick Thorne.
You're Rick Thorne, right?
I sure am. What's up?
I have some questions for you about Warped Tour last year, about the punk rock Holocaust.
Don't believe the hype, sister. This ain't no Holocaust.
Who explains why the use of Holocaust for the events of the year previous is very offensive. Even though they continue to use it throughout this film, and I assume throughout the third film, I feel as though this self-awareness really falls flat.
Now, you know, to say this massacre is a Holocaust takes away from the legitimacy of the lesser-known Holocaust in the past. This punk rock Holocaust pales in comparison to all the other Holocausts in the past. Sure.
So you admit to it?
Well, yeah, I admit to it, because if you don't learn from the mistakes of the past, you're gonna make the same mistakes, and then our species is fucked.
After their set, the rebels are hanging out drinking sponsored rum on a forklift, as you do. Carrie confiscates the booze and the forklift for himself and drives away.
Forklift's killed. Now give me that bottle.
Get off the fucking thing!
Get off! Our house in the middle of the street. Our house.
Miss Pie plays as the Headless Executioner strikes again, trapping Shira Girl in a human-sized Barbie box by wrapping it with plastic wrap in a scene that I assume is just kind of an excuse to show some titties. member of the River City Rebels gets their head stolen while going on a rum run, and then crushes the rest of the band to death with a dolly.
Where the fuck is this guy? There he is.
Where's my head? No!
Kevin checks up on Sugar Cult to make sure that their heads are still on straight.
Yo, dudes, what's up? Hey, Kevin. What's going on? How are you, man? How's the tour going for you? Good, thanks for having us on. I just want to check what's up, make sure you guys are all right, where your heads are at, How's your head? Doing good? All right. Yeah, I'm glad to see they're all still attached.
And Rick Thorne gets attacked and beheaded in a bathroom. Another thrash talk with Mistress Julia. She talks with a conspiracy theorist who I just kind of have to show you.
What's up, guys? Julia Thrash Talk here, doing the expose on the punk rock Holocaust.
Everybody wants to know, did the Holocaust happen? Didn't it happen? Did people really die? Were the occult involved? Was there a government conspiracy to cover it up?
I mean, it seems like you got all these questions, but not a lot of answers, Mr. Naslex. I mean, do you have anything to back up your theories?
Well, we're left with whispers, rumors, and cobwebs. Which begs the question, where do we begin? Really, the world of rock and roll. There exists an ardent network of devout Satanists. So should we be surprised to find occult involvement behind the band's Warped Tour? I think not.
Now that's what I'm talking about, Satan!
It seems wherever we find the celebration of sin and degradation, we find Kevin Lyman. So is it really any surprise that we find him as the man pulling the strings behind the Warped Tour? That's an interesting name, by the way, Mr. Lie Man.
I held off on making a lie man joke in the first video that I made because I knew that it came up in this movie.
Mathematics of evil. And I found an interesting discovery. As you can see right here, using this occult numerological system, we find that Mr. Lyman's name equals 216. Now let me ask you something. What happens when you take a 6 and you multiply it by a 6? Then you multiply that by 6. What do you get?
See, I knew it! Signing a deal with the devil, if that's not punk rock, I don't know what is.
The Bouncing Souls play as Megan does some research on horse search.
Thanks a lot, we're the Bouncing Souls!
Which is, I guess, just the Warped Tour search engine. They also have horse space. Like MySpace for horses. I guess. I have no idea why. But she finds out about Brutal Enigma and William Van Landingham III.
Yes, I've been good. I'm hopeless, you're just hopeless.
And it is Van Landingham. In the first video, I thought it was Van Lanningham, without a D. But how the fuck was I supposed to tell? Because you can hear fuck all in that movie. The Rick Thorne executioner bikes around, killing civilians. And it turns out that Kevin still has William's head. He had tried to get rid of it a couple of times, but it just kept on coming back.
And you get this towel off my head right this second. This is undignified. If I had my feet, I'd kick your ass.
The Riverboat Gamblers perform as we see our old friend Heather Van Tress.
It's a hot time, won't you come? It's a bad time. That's not true, I'm rusty. Leaving it tonight.
Heather! Her character is completely changed in this movie, and I know that it's like kind of done on purpose, but at the same time it makes no sense and it's very jarring. She denies any deaths happening and then runs back to Kevin to let him know that Megan is on his trail.
I recall a simple plan getting picked off one by one. And I would have written about it in my pit report at warptour.com. You did, but it got totally erased from the site. I have a copy of it right here. Can I see that? Sure. You can see it's clearly written in your style.
Kevin then bribes Heather with a pony from the devil for some reason.
I can't believe you're keeping this disembodied head around. Kevin, it's dangerous.
Yeah, but it's kind of cute in its own annoying way.
Kevin, it's from the devil.
The devil, Heather? He's really not that bad of a guy. Did you ever want anything expensive?
Always wanted a pony.
I need to put you on the phone with my friend Belial. He'll take care of all your problems.
Belial is an asshole. Don't deal with him.
Belial, please. Satan.
So you would like to have a pony?
Belial's back, bitches, for like 3 whole scenes. The executioner attempts to steal Mr. Dibbs' head, but he just takes it right back.
Where's my head? Bitch. Where's my head? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Bitch.
The Bouncing Souls tell Megan that the previous year's events were just a publicity stunt that Kevin was doing, and that no one actually died and it was just all bullshit.
What about word reviews? Bowling for Soup, the Phenomenauts?
I talked to Kevin about that. It was all bullshit. It staged the whole thing for like a publicity stunt.
You think you killed them for a publicity stunt? You're a walking corpse.
Skin and bones, baby.
I gotta do some more investigating. Maybe later.
Mike from the Riverboat Gamblers gets chased and loses his head.
That was some good shit that I did. I'm proud of him. Hey, man, what the fuck? What the hell?
Get the fuck, leave me alone! Get away from me, you weirdo! Leave me alone! I'm afraid of you!
Now this scene is my only guess for why this movie has a higher rating than the original. Ray Toro and Frank Iero from My Chemical Romance look for their misplaced tour van in the parking lot and get attacked by the executioner.
There's a van. I know, dude. I can swear I parked. You're always fucking doing this. Dude, I only smoked 2 bowls before I parked, man. My fucking memory is not that bad. You can't, like... It's like... What the fuck? Dude! Ah!
And if I were to steal anyone's head, it would be one of theirs. But William decides they're not worthy. Poser. And the Bouncing Souls meet a deadly fate, just as Megan predicted.
Whoa. We're not getting close. What's your fucking neck? Not my
What's up, guys? Mistress Julia back with Thrash Talk, and we are here with our friend Joe Naslex, who's got some more insight into what happened at the Warped Tour in 2003. Let's take a look.
Don't you? Vans Warped Tour, a secret anagram for Word Up versus Satan. Ver is the French word for worm, which can mean snake or dragon. Why French? Because if cleanliness were next to godliness, then the French are about as diabolical as you can get.
Word up for Satan. I need to make myself a shirt that says that. Holy shit. The casualties take the stage and Megan finally confronts Kevin.
Kevin Lyman, I have some questions for you. Admit to the punk rock Holocaust.
The Holocaust never happened.
He denies everything, proving that none of those band members are actually dead, because look, they're right here.
Andrew WK dead? You're crazy. Andrew WK is right here.
Hi, I'm Andrew WK.
Say hi to Jeff.
Hi, I'm Jeff from Simple Plan.
This is definitely where the whole look-alike celebrity replacement conspiracy came from. But Kevin pays Megan off with a Warped Tour laminate and she just skips away.
Listen, let me pay you off with this beautiful Warped Tour laminate.
Cool, thanks.
The executioner blows out the eardrums of an entire crowd, also killing the casualties. Kevin calls Belial basically just to complain about William ruining Warped Tour again.
Belial!
Listen, Belial, this guy's driving me nuts right now.
Come on, Honky, this is your problem. Just do what you did last time, you fuck.
The Planet Smashers play as Megan confronts Carrie, who takes her to the side and actually tells her some of the truth. That there was a massacre the year before, and that it was actually a demon causing all the chaos, not like a serial killer.
I fabricated way, I regulated way, well, fight and control.
I have some questions to ask you.
Listen, kid, I'm not going to answer any of your questions, but I'll tell you something that you need to know.
Huh?
Last year there was a massacre on tour. It wasn't a Holocaust, it was something wholly other. It was one shit band that got out of hand. That killed some other bands, but it wasn't a Holocaust. Read my lips. The Holocaust never happened.
Later, the headless executioner continues hunting for his head, and he spikes the drinks of Vic and his little blue pills and kills all of them.
Be like, give me that sword, man. You're lucky because you picked a guy that wants to fucking die anyway, man. I like the movie Ghoulies. They're good. They were the best, man. I think, honestly, I think what's really got to happen is we've got to, like, somehow get the Groovy Ghoulies to be on our, like, serious, like, anti-human mission. Cheers.
Before then stealing the head of someone, I'm not sure, sorry. Actually, do you know who it is? It is Matt from the Planet Smashers. And forcing the rest of who I assume is that person's band to drink gasoline and die. Forcing them to die? I mean, yeah.
That's right, boys. Suck it down.
We cut to Belial trying to figure out how he can further exploit William.
All right, now let me analyze this. For the past 2 years, everybody's obsessed with his William guy.
Warped Tour production office.
William? Is that you? What the fuck are you doing picking up the phone?
Well, Kevin said if I did a little work around the production office, he may give my head back to my body.
I've been rethinking my position on your style of music, eh? You seem persistent enough to work for what you want, so I may be able to help you, eh?
We find Heather talking to her new boyfriend, who is a demonic pony. His name is Joel, and he convinces Heather to kill Megan, which she does.
Heather, I got something to confess. I'm not that stable. Sometimes the cops are on my back.
Oh, Joel, you're so funny.
But my love for you is true.
Heather! I'm Heather. I know who you are. Well, I'm Heather, and this is my boyfriend, Joel, and we're gonna get married soon.
I'm talking about us going down the bridal path, baby.
You can marry a pony?
Well, not in this state.
The time for fucking around is over. You've all been nice and snide to be making fun of me because I'm the outsider. But it's time to put the pony away and get serious.
Put Joel away?
She's trying to take me to the glue factory.
You'll never take Joel away. I'm gonna kill you.
Did you just see that?
What?
I'm so sick of this punk rock Holocaust online.
What? What are you talking about?
Look, he's online for the bathroom.
But I want you to do something for me first.
Anything for you, Joel.
So Megan's just like dead now. A pizza delivery guy walks around the production office getting signatures for a delivery, I assume. But what he's actually doing is getting the production office to all sign their souls away to Belial.
Where am I signing?
Pick up 5 sheets. Sign our souls away from pizza. Yeah.
Carrie brings his fist to a demon fight and gets his head taken.
Hey, you punk! Let's finish this.
And back at the production office, William's body finally finds his head. So he exchanges Carrie's head for his head so that Kevin can have his production crew back. So, head exchange. Yeah.
You want to stop this? Just give me my head back and you can have your precious Carrie Nicholson.
How do I know I can trust you?
Well, on the count of 3, we'll roll the heads past each other. Don't do me wrong, Lyman. Yes! Yeah! 1, 2...
3. I'm so glad to have you back.
Just find my body, honky.
Hey, where's William?
William then escapes and then goes on a murder spree around Warped Tour, just for fun this time, I guess, killing the teenage heartlets along the way. Kevin calls Belial to tell him that William is now back at full power.
You got any real problems?
I do, actually. William is still out there. I had to give him his head back to bring my production team back to life.
I'm aware of that. So fucking what?
So you gotta help me.
And Belial convinces Kevin that the only way to get away from William is to take Warped Tour to Japan.
Fine. Well, listen very, very carefully. You want to get away from William, eh? And I'm looking to expand my, how shall we say it, my horizons?
What the hell?
Take the tour to Japan. That's what you'll do. You'll take the tour to Japan, and then you can escape William, and I'll give you back your precious production team.
So if he takes Warped Tour to Japan, Belial will give him back the souls of his production team, and he'll be able to escape from William, because obviously demons can't get on planes. So he takes Warped Tour to Japan. The end.
Lisa, I need you to take a memo for the entire tour. Attention tour personnel, there has been a slight change in routing. We'll be canceling our remaining American stops and taking the tour to Japan.
There's an end card that says, "Find out all the answers in Punk Rock Holocaust 3. But alas, we'll never find our answers, as Punk Rock Holocaust 3 was never released. It was filmed in 2013, so it exists somewhere out there in the ether, but I don't have access to it. I might make a short video just reacting to the trailer for it, as it is absolutely bonkers. But there you have it. Punk Rock Holocaust 2. Definitely a wild ride. Enjoyable, I'm not sure. I had fun, but thanks for watching a dumb movie with me that I love. If you enjoyed it, then let me know by giving me, like a like or a subscribe or, whatever. A comment. You could comment if you're nice. Bye. say whatever you want.